Hello, hello, hello. We are playing Chronotopia.
Second screen. Let's see if the unattractive lady in front of us can get a bad ending finally. In a gloomy mood, Kionna called her lady in waiting. Someone feed her! With all due respect, madame, should you not be the one to breastfeed the child? Yeah? Why would it be my role? Oh my god. Someone hand me over the shovel. Right here, right now. She deserves a hit to the face. Because it is your child, dumb bass. The princess seemed to slowly think about it. Very slowly, because, well, her brain processing power is very low. Oh yeah, you're right, I'm the mother. But I'm so worried, please see to this baby for me. Understood. Lazy. The Harris hardly bothered seeing her daughter. What a piece of sh... She would always hide behind 1,000 different excuses to avoid taking care of her and would spend most of the time in her bedroom staring at the landscape through her window. Since she had not been given a name yet and the child was strikingly pale, she was nicknamed the Moon. Is she pale? I wouldn't call the child pale, but okay. Maybe it's the light that's hitting like that, right? Little Moon was living... Wasn't there something about the moon previously? I think there was some kind of... Wasn't it in the archives? I mean, I could check, but also don't want to. No, I want... Actually, right now I can't. Anyway. Little Moon was living showered with love and attention by the retainers who gladly take turns to take care of her. But not the useless mother. Mother is more useless than Aqua. Wow, who would have thought? The prince himself hastily came to see her and grew very fond of her. The daughter, of course. Oh, look at this tiny head. She looks like a doll. Be careful not to break her, my lord. Naturally, I would never dare to hurt the flesh of my flesh. Do you think I could bring her to the castle with me? Oh, not yet, my lord. She's still frail. In a few weeks, maybe, if she's in good health. Oh, I'm sure that she'll be healthy. Oh, Little Moon, we'll need to find a name worthy of you. You could choose one as of now, your highness. I know, but I would have preferred to consult with, Lady Kionna. Moon is also her child, and she has the right to have a say. Incidentally, I have not seen her for far too long. What happened to her? Is she still recovering? The retainers grimaced in concert. A charitable soul came forward. We've announced your arrival to her, but she refused to leave her room to greet you. Really? Is it out of modesty? We do not know, my lord. Take Moon. I'll ask her this instant. Worried, the sovereign knocked on the bedroom door. Kionna, my love, what is wrong? Do you not want to see me? Why would you say my love here? What the heck? No response came. Gathering his courage, he persisted. Honestly, I would be on guard if I were you, but... Hey. If your current appearance is what is preventing you from opening the door, know that there is nothing to be ashamed about. What do you mean? The silence became stony. He tried one last time. Could it be something else? Is there anything I've said or done that were not to your liking? A hoarse voice suddenly startled him. Leave me alone! I don't want to see you! Could you at least explain why? I can't stand you anymore! Then are you satisfied? Then get the hell... Now be gone! How about you be gone? This is my property. He should say that. He should say that. Keep the child. Kick her out for. Prince Tali was quite upset because, despite the fact that the relationship was becoming more and more strained, he did not hate her, why not, and have secretly hoped that she would accept the role of a concubine. Why would you not hate her? Oh yeah, they didn't tell you what she's done to retainers, huh? In spite of everything, he convinced himself that it was merely a rough period. No. That she simply needed more time and that he should also make some efforts. Nah. Faced with his lover's silence, he transferred all his affection to the child. Correct approach. Moon's name was on everyone's lips and he would spoke about her from morning to night. His overwhelming good mood made Kionna's resentment even worse. It was not uncommon anymore to hear her make harrowing screams in the middle of the day, which did not fail to turn the blood of Clermont's inhabitants to ice. You have to be a nasty creature to continue cry this way. She is. I really don't understand that girl. If she's so sad, why not she stay cooped up in her room? Surely it's because of her pride, which she shouldn't have. I bet she just can't accept to ask for help. Dumb bath. Actually, that's not true. No, actually, yes. She is not capable of asking for help. She would be like, do this and this. Her pride will take her to the grave. Well, looking forward to that. I thought that the perfect child would appease her. That's not the case at all. She still seems so fierce, it sends shivers down my spine. But she's sobbing far more than our little Moon. Anyone would think that she is the baby. Cause she is. The princess, uninterrupted weeping, eventually reached her godmother who deigned to appear before her one night. Why would you do that? Why? Leave her be. Seriously. What is wrong, my stupid child? I don't know. The whole world is against me. Nothing is to work as I had intended. 'Cause you freaked up on your own. Are you going to scrap your plan then? Certainly not. I'm so close to my goal. And you're telling me it's nothing to get back everything that was taken from me. Nothing was taken from you, you dumbass. But she has not taken your daughter from you just yet, unfortunately. Not yet, but I know that she's scheming with that in mind. That is surprising. If you care so much about her, why do you not keep her by your side, dumbass? This is unnecessary. Oh, are you chagrined because she's not the heir you wish to give the prince? I'm disappointed. I will not hide it, but it hardly matters for the time being. Why such a coldness if this is not the reason? Because she can still die, of course. Ever forgotten that the sword of Damocles is permanently looming over me? I mean, I wish it would finally unleash itself at you. I grew attached to my son and he died. How can I be... you don't know that. You don't know that. She said she would do that, Seraphine, back then. But first she slashed your tongue off. And of course took the child away. Which is a good thing, because, I mean, you don't have a chance of being a good mother. He saw a chance and he decided to strike once again. Anywho, however, we have not seen anything portraying that she did what she said she would do. So, you know, over on that timeline, that supposed son is probably with Seraphine. And the prince, maybe even king already. And I bet she's doing so much better job of being a mother than you would do. Anyway. Oh, so you are motivated by love. No, she's not. No, it's not love yet. I'm merely protecting myself. Yeah, we know. You only think about yourself.
Mona will only truly become my daughter. The day will be sure to save her. I do not want to suffer once more.
But I want you to suffer. We are after bad endings only here.
Is it not already too late for that? What do you know about what I'm going through? No one understands me. No one is willing to understand me.
'Cause you have trash personality, so nobody cares.
It should be said.
Actually, also not true. Also not true. You're literally kicking everyone away from yourself. So, like, stop lying.
It should be said that you do not facilitate our task. Wannabe princess. Even so, I'm trying to extend a hand and you reject it.
Then stop doing that, Medea, please.
How can I be sure that you are not going to betray me?
She should.
You've ignored all my calls and you have the nerve to appear before me. Looking innocent, as should have happened. You, too, have abandoned me.
She should have, yes.
Oh, I do not like the tone at all, wannabe princess. I recommend that you speak to me properly. I speak as wish! Despicable being!
The devil's mirror.
The Bevis mirror must have penetrated through heart, as it is an absolute piece of ice. And shit, never have I seen anything like that.
The Snow Queen. Well, the difference is the Snow Queen was actually attractive compared to Kionna. Another fairy tale by Andersen. Yeah, the Snow Queen is a singular work published in 8. That's actually one I know. Whoa, what a surprise, right? Now that I think about it, I really barely knew any of those. The Snow Queen is a singular work published in 1844. Yeah, compared to the other ones, it's not that long ago, I guess. Still long ago, but not that long ago. Contrary to what this title might suggest, the eponymous character is quite secondary, as it is mostly the initiatory journey of two children. Oh, I'm dumb, by the way. With the title Snow Queen, I mean, I know the Snow Queen, yes. But with saying that Kionna is not attractive and like Snow Queen, I don't know why I said that. Kionna is not attractive, of course, but my mind was thinking of Cinderella and the stepmother. I'm a dumb boss. Not as bad as Kionna, though. The story begins with the devil creating an ominous mirror which has the property to twist reality, making the good and beauty appear vile and monstrous. Imps take... oh, so it would be the other way around for Kionna. Imps take possession of it and fly away toward the kingdom of God, determined to mock the reflections of angels. But they inadvertently let the mirror slip and it shatters into billions of tiny pieces while maintaining its evil properties. As the wind scatters the fragments, some as small as grains of sand, humans get them in their eyes and start to perceive the world in a completely distorted way. Yeah, I know this story, definitely. It is unfortunately what happens to a little boy named Kay, who receives a fragment in his eye and a fragment in his heart. Becoming cold and indifferent, he follows a big white sledge which actually belongs to the Snow Queen and arrives at her castle. His friend Gerda will have to go on a dangerous journey to find him again, and he will come across several fantastic elements along the way. Are we still really 9 stories away? That's crazy. Also, I wonder where... I mean, somewhere in the beginning, of course. But I wonder what kind of story I skipped with number 5. Wait a second, by the way. I have 3 pieces. Let's go. I wonder if we can get the 4th one still. The devil's mirror... read this.
Very well, if my presence is unwanted, I'll leave at once. Do not expect to see me anytime soon. Sayonara. But know that if I hear those piercing shrieks in my head again, I will personally come to tear yours apart.
Please do that. Turning words into actions, the fairy came dangerously close to the young woman and brushed her chest before abruptly disappearing. You say chest, but it's more like a flat board. The threat was enough to steal her a hiccup of surprise. Should have just handed her, to be honest. Despite Medea's intervention, the situation remained unchanged, and why am I not surprised? I mean, come on. Kionna could have stayed passive for months, years, even if an event had not suddenly restored her will. Oh, god damn it. One day, while the princess... Oh, the S is missing. Was sitting motionless on the patio, at the mercy of the bad weather, a trembling retainer came to find her. He had just drawn the short straw unlike his stooges, and was cursing his bad luck for he had no desire to deliver the message. I understand that.
Madame, the Queen is asking to see you at the castle. The Queen? Herself, she had heard about your delivery and wishes to meet you in person. Little Moon is naturally invited as well. Tell her to accept her proposal.
Okay. Predictions. Will she succeed? I mean, I bet she will try to get rid of the queen, right? Will she succeed or fail? I'm saying fail. Because it's one of her middle names. Failure. Dark flame was rekindled in her eyes. Moments after she hatched a plan to make the truth emerge, she would catch Seraphine red-handed. Red-handed on what? For the first time in months, she interrogated those among her friends that she deemed the easiest to convince. She promised the sun, moon, and stars should they accept to protect her against the queen, should they accept to murder her.
That bitch. Once again.
You are even not... Dude, what a bitch. She was promising revenge, supposed, which will not be a revenge as I said before, because it's a different timeline. Or different loop, but she was speaking so high and mighty what she would do, and then she of course tries to use someone else. What a freaking joke of a person. What a joke of a person. Too frightened by such obvious hostility, they all swore loyalty to her. Why? What is wrong with you people? Why are you afraid of her? Come on! Kionna went to bed satisfied but so enraged that she could not sleep at all that night. All she could think about was how delighted it would be to feel her rival's bones crack between her fingers. Yeah, except you will not do that, as you said already, you bitch. She was staring at the ceiling of her room, a demented smile on her lips. Would be nice if someone attacked when she was on the way or something like that. As she had been invited to the princess took place in the carriage at daybreak, her daughter at her side. Her daughter that she absolutely does not care about, really. She was so eager to reach the castle that the ride seemed interminable. As the towers were emerging from the mist, she was swinging her legs back and forth. Dude, what are you, like, free? Once she had set foot in the castle, she followed her escort to banquet hall, expecting an attack. Literally, nobody wants to attack you, sadly enough. But nothing happened. Confusion was spreading to her mind when a silhouette walked towards her.
Welcome to our humble abode, Lady Kionna.
She recognized her rival and stepped back. I mean, you say rival, I mean, she's literally not your rival. You lost. Get over it.
She's the one who wants to hurt me. Catch her this instant!
The retainers stared at each other without moving an inch. Yeah, don't move, don't move.
She wants to kill me, I know it! This invitation is merely a trap to steal my child and sleep my truth!
Murmurs spread across the audience. Expression became disapproving.
Really, Lady Kionna? I know who put that idea into your head.
She herself.
We have never met before, at least not to my knowledge. How can you be so sure that I am the bloodthirsty monster that you are describing?
The young Moor stuttered for a minute before collecting herself, almost desperately.
all! I saw with my own eyes! You tried to murder me!
A servant spoke, then another.
How can you think that we're going to believe you? You have no proof!
That's right. When and where have you seen Lady Seraphine commit those crimes?
Confounded, Kionna raised her big lost eyes towards the queen. She was gazing back at her with a curious and friendly smile. The expression full of hatred that she had glimpsed before was nowhere to be found. Because there was nothing like that. Worse still, she seemed to genuinely have good intentions.
This conspiracy, is it not?
That's a fancy word for you.
Every single one of you is my enemy. I've known it since the beginning.
Calm down, calm down.
Prince Toddy suddenly appeared beside his wife.
Lord, how is this possible? I should be on a business trip.
A trip? Who told you such a thing? Nothing of the sort was planned.
Oh my god, she's so freaking ridiculous. Dude. She's mixing the loops. Wow. The head stayed speechless, unable to grasp what was happening before her.
But you should have been. She was taking advantage of her absence to lay a trap for me.
Rather, you should be one to explain your recent behavior, my lady. Do not withhold anything anymore. I've been told the whole story.
Let's go! What Kionna was not aware of is that, true to their word, the Clermont's retainers had indeed reported their worries to the sovereign a few days prior. Yes.
Lord Tali, the woman you brought here, she has demon blood. She bathes every night, breaks everything in the house, refuses to talk to anyone.
She hits us, insults us, humiliates us from morning to night. Worse still, many of us don't feel safe anymore because of her regular threats.
She got Gregoire drunk and crept into her room to search it.
She smacked Gemma because she was refusing to leave her alone with a peddler. He intervened and was treated the same way, to such an extent that he ran away.
If you don't remedy the situation very soon, we'll look for an employment elsewhere.
This is a very serious accusation here. I hope that you can support those claims.
Absolutely. We have plenty of testimonies and evidences. Trust us, my lord.
We merely want best for you. That woman is clear, well, she's a threat to herself and other people.
Besides, she neglects little Moon. We never saw her so much as touch her. Thank you for having the courage to inform me of the situation. I'll give it some thought and investigate myself.
Let's go. Honestly, be a snitch in this situation. If it's Kionna, it's okay to be a snitch on her. Once the report was finished, the subject bowed and took their leave. On their way, they met Lady Seraphine, who was precisely coming to have discussion with her husband. Oh, they traveled to his castle over here? Ooh, damn.
My, what was this procession? Some bad news?
You're correct, I'm afraid. Do you recall that person I had talked to you about?
Your most recent mistress. The one who had to flee her country.
She didn't really have... She's not a lady, by the way.
Kionna seems to have become tyrannical.
She's always been.
She's terrorizing the retainers, and I believe this is my fault.
A bit, I guess. I mean, you should have not gone after other women, dude. But still.
Believing your existence, I have most probably broken her heart, and she's now taking it out on those poor people. Bitch. I don't know how to solve this thorny problem.
Why not summon her here? A change of scenery would surely do her some good. And then we could have one-on-one discussion together.
Probably more like 2-on-1, but never mind.
There is likely repressed jealousy on both sides. It is therefore important to clear the air before it escalates.
Do you believe so?
We have more in common than you might think. Her distress touches me. I recognize myself in her and I do very much...
Oh, please don't.
much like to meet her.
Would you happen to get something in the back of your mind?
You are overestimating my abilities, my lord. I was merely hoping that we could reach an agreement. Thus, no one would have to be unhappy.
If this was a different type of game, I would say, wait, did she just suggest him to have a harem? But it's not that for sure. Also, we don't want happy ending for Kionna. Kionna let herself fall on the ground as if she had been struck by lightning. The realization was so powerful that it penetrated her soul and she suddenly started convulsing. Jesus Christ, she's mad, okay? Frightened, all the people in the room moved aside, but not without taking Moon away from her mother beforehand. Correct approach. Eyes wide open, foaming at the mouth, the princess began to howl as she had never howled before. Experiencing a frenzy episode, she was starting to tear her hair out. To bang her head against the walls, all the while never stopping to yell savagely. Jesus. All this time she had been chasing a chimera, an illusion. I mean, you were the only person who would not realize that, but hey. She was now realizing it all too well. Medea had been right. She had attempted to warn her. She had told her that it was impossible to flawlessly repeat the events of a timeline. But no, you knew better. Ha! And she did not listen, the imbecile. I'm glad you call her yourself that. Upon returning to Clermont, she had altered small details, seemingly minimal things. That was not small details. That was not small details. Like basically getting into his bed, like I don't know, on the first night after your arrival. That's not changing a small detail. But details had accumulated and, one thing leading to another, the outcome was now completely different. I mean, jumping to his bed like instantly basically aside. Slut. Other things as well, like completely shutting yourself off from the people working, from the retainers, treating them like trash and so on. This is not small details, not minimal things. On this timeline, Seraphine had never given way to despair. Kionna had instead. Good. Jesus Christ, I mean, lock her in the dungeon, please. For the people witnessing the incident, there was no longer anything human about the young Moor.
Yeah?
She had become the speaking image of a witch. Disheveled. Oi. How about you don't offend witches like that, okay? There are plenty of witches out there that are super hot, and they don't deserve to be compared to Kionna. Unless you compare them, her over here to some old hacks witches, then I'm fine with it. Anyway, disheveled, with a distorted face and crazed eyes. Horrified, the servants cried out.
Look at her, she's possessed by the devil! She needs to be exorcised as quickly as possible before she contaminates us all.
The prince, as distressed as the others, thought it right to intervene.
I don't believe that she's under a demonic illness. She's only attacking herself and does not speak the language of a devil.
Come on, man. Why are you saying that?
Actually, I would like to see the exorcism over here. That would be quite interesting to have that scene. Come on.
What would you recommend, my lord? We cannot leave her in this state.
Tal immediately saw an opportunity to exploit. It so happened that he was precisely considering making Loon come to the castle. His people would be delighted to know his lineage is continued. What a shame it was that his mistress was not presentable. Retainers already hated her due to her despicable conduct. So did Lynx. She would certainly never enjoy a good reputation with them. There was a great temptation to do something to both appease them and improve his own image. Dude, send her back. Send her back to her own kingdom. Just saying, send her to her. The prince sighed deeply.
I'm afraid that it is too late for her. Her mind is broken. I don't know what could have produced such an effect, but it would be better to put an end to her misery once and for all.
No. Chottomate kudasai. Don't rush things.
Can I intervene? I mean, I don't think she deserves like an easy go. Serafin let out a leap of surprise.
Are you certain? Is there no other way to save her?
My subjects swore me that she refused to be treated. I feel that we have no choice but to put her to rest.
With a silent signal, the sovereign gestured to his servants to grab their former mistress in order to contain her. They immediately dragged her by force to the dungeon. Let's go. Where she was thrown in whilst awaiting sentence. Her grand turned into insults.
Thugs! Heretics! You have no right to do this to me!
She threw herself on the bars, did her best to ring them, bite them, but nothing would do. She was trapped. Bite them? Good luck with that! As her dark rage has drained her of her strength, she eventually sat down on the wooden board that was both her chair and bed. Faint halos of light were reaching her from the tiny window of her cell.
How'd it get to that point?
Do you really need to ask? Her face buried in her hands, she sighed and cried her eyes out in the bleak silence of the prison.
What was the result of my sacrifices?
I'm sorry, but what sacrifices?
Those long months without rest. This constant nightmare. Have I accomplished nothing?
Absolutely. Absolutely nothing. Withdrawn to silence, she remained motionless for hours, clumsily trying to retrace the events that had led her here, to find her errors, her crimes. I mean, shit ton of them. As she was finally starting to atone for her sins, the king appeared before her with a serious look.
Madame, I regret to inform you of your impending execution.
Archives. 31. The 30 actually. The 3 little men in the wood. What's this? Another tale told by the Grimm brothers in the first volume of the Children's and Household Tales, 1812. The 3 little men in the wood offers a variation of the kind and unkind girl's motif. 2 sisters that everything opposes, and one virtuous, the other capricious, one scapegoat, the other favorite. The heroine is sent to the forest in the middle of winter to pick strawberries and meets 3 little men. Through her kindness, she passes their tests without knowing it, and they reward her by predicting that she will marry a king and making so that gold falls from her mouth at every word. That sounds like a terrible thing. Jealous of this gift, her cruel stepmother asks her own daughter to go to the forest, but she fails the test. Instead, the little men predict that she will die a horrible death and toads come out of her mouth at every word. Beside herself, the stepmother kicks the poor girl out of the house. Out of the house as a revenge. Fortunately, a king passes by in his carriage. Touched by her distress and beauty, he takes her with him with the firm intention of marrying her. A lovely child is born of the reunion. Wait. To be fair, I'm not sure which one was kicked out by the stepmother. I guess it was the heroine with the gold, right? Yeah, because over here it's her own daughter. Got it. Huh. But her family gets wind of the happiness. The cruel stepmother and her daughter immediately go to see her with bad intentions. As soon as the king has turned his back, they throw the queen in the river and the daughter takes her place in the bed. To conceal their misdeed, they pretend that the queen is sick, but the king eventually discovers the truth thanks to the ghost of his wife. He then asks the cruel stepmother what fates deserve someone who would dare to get someone out of their bed to toss them out of the window. The hot lady replies that such a miscreant deserves to be put in a barrel full of nails. Rolled down the mountain. Without knowing it, she has just stated her own sentence. Nice.
Tomorrow, we'll lock you in a barrel full of nails that have soaked in holy water, and you will let it roll down hill.
So you're sentencing me to death without any qualms at all?
The fuck? I mean, you are treating people like trash overall. You are not taking care of your child. Back in the day, that's probably, yeah, the sentence.
I have a lot of them. On the contrary. The months I spent by your side were very enjoyable, but it's clear that my selfishness has destroyed you, and for that I'm genuinely sorry. At the very least, you have taught me, madame, not to flee difficulties anymore.
Kionna grinded her teeth and scornfully looked at him. I mean...
I'm quite delighted to hear, Your Highness, that the villain that I'm allowed the hero that you are to mature. What a wonderful story.
I mean, you are the villain, to be honest.
Am I disappeared because I'm hindrance who impedes your desire to make a fresh start? Is that how you thank me for giving you the child you were waiting for so long?
I mean, bitch. You planned to have a child with him anyway. Honestly, I mean... I don't care what she says. I'm totally not changing my side with her. Always against her.
No, Lord Daddy, that the ghosts of all your victims will come back to haunt you, because I'm not the only one you have broken, am I?
Will they fall? The monarch comfortably averted his eyes, and his son told her everything she needed to know.
To think that I was genuinely starting to grow attached to you. How naive I was.
Okay, that's bullshit. You were only after that freaking title.
Farewell.
The prince walked away without even looking at her, blowing her heart to smithereens.
Good.
Deserved.
What a fully, truly. I decided have no discernment when it comes to love. First Griseldi, now Tali, an abusive bad-tempered man and a dishonest coward.
I mean... Have you looked at yourself?
What will the next one be? A possessive, jealous man?
Don't worry, nobody will want to possess you. As Kionna was wringing her hands in dismay, the sound of footsteps echoed in the prison's corridor. She paid no attention to it until the echo stopped right in front of herself. Upon turning her gaze, she was taken back to see Lady Seraphine holding the moon in her arms, all wrapped in the swaddling clothes.
I apologize for intruding, but I have to visit you before it is too late. To laugh at me, I presume. Go ahead, treat yourself. To tell the truth, I wanted to thank you. Thank me. My relationship with Prince Tali had greatly deteriorated those last years, and I was convinced that he did not want me anymore, that he was going to repudiate me. I was on the brink of falling to despair, and then something changed in him the day he met you. He became more considerate. He started talking to me again. I was so happy.
She marked a pause before continuing.
I did not know what could have happened for you to consider me your worst enemy, but I swear that I have never meant you harm. I understand all too well your pain because I have lived through it as well. But unlike you, I survived. Anyway, after all, it could have been me in that cell. I would have crossed the line and lashed out at you by committing regrettable acts. But one way or another, it is as if you had taken a weight off my shoulders to put it on yours instead.
Okay. No, she was not trying to do that at all.
And I would like to thank you for that, even if it may seem strange to you. And even if you obviously didn't mean to do that. No, there is nothing strange about that. Really, that's a relief.
Seraphine looked nervous.
I'm determined to adopt the moon. I admittedly cannot have a daughter, but I promise you to treat her as if she was my own. Your sacrifice will not be in vain.
A tear rolled down the cheek of the young Moor when she heard those words. I don't see that tear.
Is that really true?
The queen thought that Kionna was talking about the newborn baby and spoke in the gentlest tone she could.
I assure you of that.
Moon moaned in her sleep and the queen lovingly gazed at her.
I'll take great care of her. However, my understanding is that you have yet to give her name and encourage reluctant to choose one in your place. Would you not find her a name?
The princess shook her head.
That is very kind of you, but she's your daughter now. I'll let you have this honor. Really?
Seraphine looked delighted. The guards then signaled to her that it was high time for her to leave. She nodded before facing her rival one last time.
Thank you for everything, Kionna.
The footsteps made her way back and the Harris could finally let her grief run wild.
Are they all happier without me?
Yeah?
Tali is about to mend his ways. Seraphine has never succumbed to hatred, and they can now start the family they had always desired. All I need to do is let myself die to make these people happy. 3 people happy. But I do not want to die. I do not want to be perforated by that wretched barrel. Oh, destiny can be so cruel.
Yo, I mean, have you seen yourself act? Honestly, that destiny is not that cruel.
I keep telling you. I keep telling you so from...
It's probably supposed to be I kept
telling you so from the very beginning.
Surprised, the young woman jumped and inspected the room. Nobody was there. Medea, why would you actually talk to her? Like, leave her be. Honestly. Only a mysterious shadow was looming over her. Look at that dumb expression.
Godmother, is that you? Why am I unable to see you? Had I not told you that you would never see me again? I refuse to appear before you. So you're still upset with me? What did you expect? Seriously expect that I would condone your unacceptable behavior? You're decidedly too accustomed to being spoiled, dear.
Yeah, she's spoiled like crazy. She thinks she deserves everything. That comment proved to be hard to swallow for Kionna and she grumbled in return.
Is that how you're seeking reconciliation? Oh, me? You're dreaming, my child. I've esteemed this time to be the best one for you to apologize. For what? For treating me so poorly. I will admit that you vented your puerile anger on me, and I'm willing to forgive your folly.
Wounded in her pride, the princess could not agree with her. Why not?
Dude, are you kidding me?
She's so done for. She did not know. She did know in her heart of hearts that she was the one responsible for this disaster. Yet she could not admit it out loud. Wow, that's pathetic. Even less so acknowledge that the fairy had been right from the start.
That's pathetic.
Therefore she grimaced and muttered to herself.
Since you have appeared by your own volition, why would you not go first? Oh, have I misheard? You demand that I be one to apologize for us for daring to dump you when you were insulting me right under my nose? I was not insulting you! Oh, really? I've been far too dangerous to merely leave you to your own whims when I could have silenced your impudence by breaking every single bone in your body with my might. Let's do it!
The creature's voice became fulminating.
Very well. I'll no longer ask for a simple apology. You will now have to beg me to obtain that I spare your life. Beg! Never! It would be disgrace for a person of my status! Oh, in that case, go to hell! It looks like it's calling you. Let's go.
Kionna tried to mitigate the dispute, but it was already too late. The shadow had vanished. She didn't realize the horror of the situation. She was going to be executed down, and she needed the fairy's power to break the deadlock. Biting her lips, the princess attempted to summon her godmother again.
Medea, Medea, I urge you to come back.
To no avail.
Let's go.
My god, what have I done?
Panic slowly but steadily set in her soul.
Medea, I was mistaken to yell at you. I did not mean to do that.
Huh. Now you're shitting your pants, huh?
Apologies for what I have inflicted.
Increasingly distraught, Kionna clamored her name for the rest of the night in the hope of appeasing her, but the creature remained deaf to her prayers. Good. She had the chance. She said no. Then, you know, there is no reason for her to go back to her. To me, absolutely good approach. When the first rays of sun appeared through the bars of her self-importance had been completely annihilated. With eyes full of tears, she whimpered. She, who had thought herself above death thanks to the fairy's pact, was now looking with disgust at the darkness awaiting her. The princess was so worn out that she could not even struggle when guards took her to the scaffold. The structure was quite basic, an assembly of wooden parts in the middle of a meadow. The audience was just as limited, as if the prince had wished to make her execution more intimate. In front of the instrument of her death, she cried even more and repeated her godmother's name over and over. Hey. We know what I'm gonna do, right? Wait, is it the end of the pages? Uh-oh. How many pages are here then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 12. Oh yeah, 12 then times 8. That's true. Save 96, okay. Oh boy, okay, let's overwrite from the beginning then. We are totally doing the usual route. The pain was unbearable, so unbearable in fact that Kionna would rather get rid of her own body and life. Her mind muddled by the terrestrial torments she was enduring, she soon became incapable of thinking straight. Oh, I'm sorry, when was she actually capable of that? And surrendered herself to the hands of the god. Bold of you that you would be in front of the god later on. Thus she perished far too young, doomed by the will of fate. I would say doomed by her own decisions, by her own actions, before she could even make use of the fairy's power. Her death instantly broke the pact she had made with Medea, and the latter headed back to the world trees aside, although she was struck by her ephemeral protege's fate. Was she? I think she was super happy about that. However, the news did not reach the ears of the unfortunate Nahima, who was still desperately waiting for the return of her mistress, for some reason. In spite of her duties, she was still regularly cleaning and tidying her room, convinced that Kionna could reappear overnight. Every night, she would take a look out the window and pray.
Princess, I know that you could not have possibly forgotten your Nahima.
Oh, she did quite a few times.
Surely you are unable to send me a message for the moment, but I am persuaded you are alive and well somewhat, and that you will return to me one day. I'll wait as long as necessary until my very last breath if needed.
Thus the servant spent her life vainly hoping for the return of her friend, but she would never see her again. Yada yada. A very deserved dead end. Another one. Okay. And now I'm like super hoping that the fairy will not appear. I think it would be quite terrible. It would be a weird thing for her to reappear, to be honest. Again. The executioner thought that she was delirious and barely paid attention to her. She was too placed in the barrel. Cramped and terrified in the makeshift coffin, she stared at the nails that were protruding on either sides. The nails that were about to penetrate her skin and rip her entrails. To be honest, I've never heard that there was an execution in this way, not gonna lie. It's nuts, by the way. I know, obviously, of Iron Maiden, but I had no idea they would, like, do a barrel with nails and drop someone inside. Whew. I wonder if you could avoid actually getting struck by nails in a barrel like this. I guess it would really depend on the placement of the nails, obviously, but maybe?
No, no.
Everything is ready, Your Majesty. We are only waiting for your green light.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think back in the day they would say we are waiting for your green light. Actually, now that I think about it, let's see. I'm curious. Green light. When was the saying green lights invented, sort of? I would assume it's somewhere, you know, when we got the traffic lights, right? Okay, no, I'm totally wrong. Originated in the late 1800s for the signal used by railroads to indicate the train could proceed. Okay. Okay, back then they definitely didn't have trains, at least before. Seriously, again, invoke the fairy? Come on, just give up. Kionna's scream rent the skies as a knife blade would do.
Medea, have mercy. I beg of you, everything but that. Oh, have I just heard the magic word? Apago, forgive my effort. I'll never do it again, I promise. Please make it so that I can go back in time to undo my mistakes.
Oh my. As he had obtained his master's approval, the executioner approached, ready to roll the barrel down the slope. Medea is like,
You know what? No.
Racked with terror, she screamed louder.
Medea!
Damn it. Suddenly, at the last moment, at every moment that Kionna was dropped on the hill, buoyed by the Tally's retainers, the magic circle appeared inside the barrel with a dazzling light. Sadly enough, and then everything went to black. And sadly enough, she actually regained consciousness, but we'll get to it in the next episode. Oh, damn it. Achievement unlocked. Impalement. By the way, we are at 26 out of 66 achievements at this moment. Given that we are at that amount of achievements, I think we are still far away from ending. Anywho, let's end it. We'll continue tomorrow, I guess. It's enough for today. It's already kind of lengthier than the last few times. And we'll see where this is all going. We'll see if her trashy personality will still be trashy, or if she will finally decide to change. I doubt she will. Even if she will, I will not be on her side anyway. Yeah, that's all I had to say. The game is of course on Steam, link in the description if you're interested in getting yourself. And, you know, checking out maybe actually good endings.
Because I'm after the bad endings.
With that being said, if you enjoyed, consider liking, subscribing, always appreciated, of course. And with that being said, don't be a Kionna, which is not hard to do, and have a wonderful day.
Bye bye.